Hi, he's Jonathan
This is
Bailey,
Scarlett Johansson.
and we are doing The Wire.
In the dazzling world of Hollywood, where stars rise and fall with every passing decade, one name has endured with unmatched power: Scarlett Johansson. From a little girl in New York City with a raspy voice and big dreams, she transformed into the highest-paid actress in the world, a global icon, and the face of Marvel's Black Widow. But Scarlett's journey has never been a straight path to glory. Behind the red carpets and blockbuster success lies a story of broken families, failed marriages, public controversies, and battles with the very studios that made her famous. So how did Scarlett Johansson turn vulnerability into strength and scandal into legacy? This is the untold story of Hollywood's most enigmatic star. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson was born on November 27, 1984, in the vibrant heart of New York City. The daughter of Karsten Johansson, a Danish architect, and Melanie Sloan, a producer of Polish-Jewish descent, Scarlett grew up surrounded by creativity and culture. But her early years were far from easy. She shared a modest apartment with her parents and three siblings, including her fraternal twin brother, Hunter. The bustling household was filled with noise, ambition, and dreams, but also with tension. Her parents' marriage was strained, and by the time Scarlett reached her teenage years, it had fallen apart. The divorce left her mother struggling to support the family, and Scarlett often spoke about how the uncertainty of her childhood gave her both insecurity and strength. She wasn't the popular kid at school. Instead, she gravitated toward theater, movies, and performance as her escape. Even as a child, Scarlett's husky, mature voice stood out. While other girls were praised for sweetness, Scarlett's raw, almost adult tone gave her an aura of depth well beyond her age. Her mother noticed her natural ability to lose herself in roles and began taking her to auditions. It wasn't long before young Scarlett was sitting in casting offices, surrounded by polished, confident children with perfect smiles. She didn't have their polish, but she had something else: authenticity. That unfiltered honesty, born from a childhood of hardship and survival, would become the secret weapon that launched Scarlett Johansson into the world of acting. Scarlett Johansson's first steps into Hollywood came earlier than most. At just 9 years old, she appeared in the family comedy North, 1994, a blink-and-you'll-miss-it role that nonetheless marked her arrival on the big screen. Over the next few years, she collected small parts: Just Cause alongside Sean Connery, If Lucy Fell, and Manny and Lo, where she played a runaway child. These roles were modest, but critics noticed her natural screen presence and emotional depth, rare qualities in someone so young. The turning point arrived in 1998, when Robert Redford cast her in The Horse Whisperer. At only 13, Scarlett delivered a performance of haunting maturity as Grace, a girl scarred physically and emotionally after a tragic riding accident. Audiences and critics alike were stunned. She wasn't just another child star, she was an actress. But Hollywood is brutal on young performers. Transitioning from child prodigy to respected adult actress has destroyed many careers. Scarlett faced the same dilemma. Could she escape being typecast as the girl with the husky voice? She pushed forward with bold choices. In Ghost World 2001, she embodied the sharp cynicism of teenage disillusionment. And in 2003, at just 19 years old, she broke through internationally with Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation. As Charlotte, a lonely young woman adrift in Tokyo, Scarlett captured the ache of isolation with a vulnerability that won her a BAFTA award and global acclaim. By the early 2000s, Scarlett Johansson had achieved what most child actors never do. She had transitioned seamlessly into a serious, in-demand actress. But this was only the beginning of her climb toward superstardom. As the 2000s unfolded, Scarlett Johansson proved that she was far more than a fleeting Hollywood prodigy. With Girl with a Pearl Earring, 2003, she embodied the quiet grace of Johannes Vermeer's mysterious muse, a performance that cemented her reputation as a serious, versatile actress. Woody Allen soon took notice, casting her in Matchpoint, 2005, where Scarlett's sultry presence and nuanced acting won critical acclaim. Over the next few years, she continued to push boundaries with roles in The Prestige, 2006, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, 2008, and Under the Skin, 2013, films that revealed her ability to balance blockbuster glamour with art house credibility. But her true transformation into a global superstar came in 2010, when she joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. Appearing first in Iron Man 2, she quickly became a fan favorite, evolving from a supporting role into one of the Avengers' central figures. Over the next decade, Johansson's Black Widow appeared in multiple Marvel installments, culminating in Avengers: Endgame, 2019, and her own long-awaited solo film, Black Widow, 2021. These films didn't just elevate her fame, they reshaped her career entirely. Scarlett became one of the highest-paid actresses in the world, topping Forbes' list multiple times. Her contracts with Marvel and endorsements pushed her annual income into the tens of millions. She became a red carpet icon, a household name, and one of the few actresses whose presence alone could guarantee box office success. Beyond blockbusters, she continued to diversify. On Broadway, she won a Tony Award for A View from the Bridge. In Spike Jonze's Her, 2013, she delivered a mesmerizing performance using only her voice, proving that her talent went far beyond physical presence. By the mid-2010s, Scarlett Johansson was no longer just a Hollywood star. She was a global cultural figure. She had conquered independent cinema, mainstream blockbusters, and the stage, balancing prestige and popularity in a way few actors ever achieve. Yet, as her fame soared higher than ever, the challenges and controversies awaiting her would prove just as monumental as her triumphs. At the height of her fame, Scarlett Johansson learned a painful truth. The brighter the star, the sharper the shadows. For every accolade she earned, the media uncovered another story to scrutinize. Her private life often took center stage. Scarlett's marriage to actor Ryan Reynolds in 2008 became a tabloid obsession, with paparazzi chasing the couple relentlessly. When they divorced just 2 years later, headlines speculated endlessly about who was to blame. Her second marriage, to French journalist Romain Doriac, produced a daughter, but also ended in a bitter custody battle, thrusting Johansson once again into unwanted spotlight. But it wasn't only her personal life that drew fire. In 2017, she faced global backlash after being cast in Ghost in the Shell. Critics accused the studio of whitewashing, arguing that an Asian character had been erased. The controversy was fierce, and while Scarlett defended her choice initially, the debate forced her to confront Hollywood's troubled history with representation. A year later, another storm erupted when she accepted a role as a transgender man in Rub and Tug. Outrage from the LGBTQ+ community prompted her to withdraw, later admitting she had underestimated the importance of authentic casting. To some, these missteps tarnished her image. To others, they reflected an actress caught between artistic ambition and the evolving demands of social justice. Her boldest battle came not from fans, but from the very industry she helped sustain. In 2021, Scarlett sued Disney over the streaming release of Black Widow. She claimed the studio violated her contract by releasing the film on Disney Plus alongside its theatrical debut, costing her millions in bonuses tied to box office sales. The lawsuit shocked Hollywood. Some called her greedy, while others hailed her as a trailblazer standing up against corporate giants. The case was eventually settled, but it sent a clear message. Even the most bankable actress must fight for fairness. Through it all, Scarlett endured. The scandals and challenges did not end her career. They tested her, reshaping her image from glamorous starlet to fearless fighter. And as the dust settled, Johansson began her most powerful reinvention yet. After years of tabloid noise and blockbuster pressure, Scarlett Johansson began to reclaim her narrative. The late 2010s marked not just a new chapter in her career, but a reinvention of her public identity. In 2019, she delivered 2 performances that silenced critics who doubted her dramatic range. In Noah Baumbach's Marriage Story, she embodied Nicole, a woman wrestling with the heartbreak of divorce. The role was raw, vulnerable, and painfully human, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. That same year, she appeared in Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit, playing a mother hiding her compassion in a time of war. The performance earned her another Oscar nomination, this time for Best Supporting Actress. Two nominations in 1 year confirmed her as not just a superstar, but one of the finest actresses of her generation. Outside the screen, Scarlett embraced advocacy. She spoke openly about Hollywood's gender pay gap, revealing that even the highest-paid actresses often earned less than their male counterparts. Her willingness to confront systemic inequality inspired younger generations. She also balanced her image with authenticity, occasionally poking fun at her fame on Saturday Night Live, reminding audiences that beneath the glamour was a grounded, relatable woman. This reinvention was not about abandoning her past but about expanding it, proving she could be both a blockbuster icon and a serious artist. Scarlett Johansson had evolved from the Black Widow into a symbol of resilience, versatility, and empowerment. Scarlett Johansson's legacy is not defined by a single role, but by her remarkable ability to evolve. From a child actor with a distinctive voice to one of Hollywood's highest-paid stars, she has endured the full weight of fame, scandals, setbacks, and reinventions, yet always found a way to rise stronger. For millions, she will forever be remembered as Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow who proved that female superheroes could dominate global box offices. But her true impact reaches beyond the Marvel Universe. She has shown that women in Hollywood can demand respect, fight for fair pay, and still command the spotlight on their own terms. Her dual Oscar nominations in 2019 cemented her status as an actress of extraordinary depth, while her courage to challenge industry giants marked her as a force of change. To fans, she is both untouchable and relatable, a glamorous star who never lost her authenticity. The journey of Scarlett Johansson proves that behind every scandal and triumph lies resilience, and that even in the harshest light of Hollywood, authenticity can outlast everything. Like, share, and subscribe for more Untold Hollywood stories.